Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this pumpkin sign with products that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. I got this idea from Jamie Ray Vintage, and I'll put a link below to her channel so that you can see her original video. So I found these 3 great signs from Dollar Tree in the Halloween section, and I knew they were going to be perfect for creating a sign because they were big and they were made of wood, and I loved the little detailing on the edge that they had. I also picked up this stencil that they have right now at the Dollar Tree. You can run and get it, and it's perfect for making this sign. So the first thing I did was peel off those stickers on the back of these. That was probably the worst part of the whole project. Those stickers are just on so tight. I don't understand why they put them on the back so tight. But after I did that, I'm just removing the little strings that come in these signs. I'm going to be making the back the area that I paint because on this side there's a lot of glitter, and I knew it wouldn't be easy to paint over those letters. So I'm flipping them to this side, but this is actually going to be the back of my project. Next, I'm going to be using E6000 glue, and I'm just doing a thin layer along the edge, and I'm going to attach it to the other board. I would recommend using E6000 glue for this project. Hot glue probably wouldn't hold in place as well, and I think your best bet is the E6000. Once you get all of your glue in place, just put the boards together so they're nice and even, and then I'll do the same with my third board. You could definitely make this sign bigger by adding more boards, but I felt like this was a great size with the 3 boards, so you just have to see what works best for you. Next, I wanted to add a little bit more stability to my sign. So I'm going to be attaching popsicle sticks to the back of this just to increase the stability of it. So I'm just adding a little bit more E6000 and putting them crossway on my sign. If you guys are new to my channel, if this is the first time you're seeing me, please make sure to subscribe. We post several DIY tutorials each week, and a lot of them have to do with Dollar Tree projects. I also just added some additional E6000 because I feel like you can never have too much, but I'm just smoothing it down because I didn't want any drips or anything sticking out. Once I got all the popsicle sticks in place, I probably let this dry for about 2 hours before I decided to flip it over. It's not going to be completely dry, but it'll be dry enough where I can work on the other side. And then I just made sure that I didn't have any glue that was dripping on this side before I moved on. Next, I'm going to deal with those holes that are on the side here. So I'm just using a little bit of wood filler, and I'm just using my finger because it's easiest. And I'm going to do 2 coats. So I'm going to be covering up these holes with 1 coat of wood filler. I'll let it dry about an hour, come back and do another coat, and then I may need to lightly sand it a little bit, but probably not too much. This is an optional step, but if the holes don't bother you, I wouldn't worry about doing it. But if they do bother you, I would definitely fill them up. And I just wanted it to look like a normal board sign. After everything had a whole night to dry, I took it outside, and I'm going to start with spray painting. So the first color that I'm going to be doing is the white, because the white is going to be the color that the pumpkin is going to be. So whatever color you want your pumpkin to be, put that on first. For me, I felt like if I did a lighter color, it would be a lot easier, but it's definitely your choice or preference what color you want your pumpkin to be. This can of spray paint that I'm using was kind of on its last leg, so I was just trying to use as much as I can out of it, and I ended up covering this sign with this 1 can. I also only did 1 coat. It doesn't need to be perfect because it's going to be covered up a lot with the brown color that I'm going to put on later. So I would just do 1 nice coat of it, and I think you'll be happy with that. Once that was completely dry, it was time to do my stencil. and I'm just going to be laying my stencil perfectly in the middle, and I'm not putting any tape or anything on it. I did make a mistake and on another sign by putting tape on the back of it and then holding it in place, and what happened is some of the paint had sprayed a little bit under and I got these really bad tape lines. So just set your stencil down. You don't want to add any tape to it, and as I'm spraying, I just kind of held it in place. I really don't even think I needed to do that. I was just trying to be extra careful. It pretty much held in place really well. So I'm just going to cover the whole entire piece with that brown spray paint, and I'm only going to be doing one layer. So I'm making sure that the layer is nice and thick and that I don't see any white spots sticking out. So I recommend doing one layer. I think that's a little bit better when you're doing a stencil, but it's completely up to you if you want to add additional layers. After you get your spray paint done, I immediately pulled the stencil off, probably because I was just being impatient, but I really wanted to see what it looked like. Once I pulled that off, I let it completely dry, and I couldn't be more happy with the way this looks. I think this looks so cute in my hallway. I love it for fall. It only cost me $4 to do, and if I want to make another one, it's only $3. I hope you guys like this. Please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial so I know to do more like it in the future, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.